I just want people to know that you can do it.
Good morning, YouTube.
Good morning.
It's Sunday and we are at Costco. And this is a pretty important trip to Costco. Mainly because we are here to meal prep. So we all have very busy weeks ahead.
And this is one of the best things you can do is just get your nutrition scheduled before, because then when you try to do it later, you're screwed.
Yeah, we're not going to be home, so we need to meal prep our lunches because we eat breakfast and dinner at home, but we need to meal prep our lunch. So that's what this trip to Costco is all about. So let's see. Thank you. I can't even get my Costco card out correctly, but anyway, point is, that's what this trip is about. And probably some other stuff that we don't need. Mainly stuff over there.
A bow set. There you go.
Yeah, we need a bow and arrow set.
What?
But I think we've proven on this vlog that macros are pretty important. As of this morning, I've lost my 26 pounds or whatever I'm at. So adjusting macros is great, but if you don't eat to fulfill those macros, that really doesn't mean much. So without further ado, let's show you what we get here. The first stop is fresh, organic, boneless, skinless chicken breast.
Yep.
Not cheap. You'll notice chicken is expensive. How much is that one? $16 there.
Yeah.
And that's one of the cheaper ones. But you're kind of getting...
I'm going to go for a larger pack just because we need more of the chicken.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
There's...
That we do.
A couple of us.
We eat a lot of chicken. We eat a whole lot of chicken.
Yep. And I'm very particular. I want the organic. I don't want the hormones. I think they're bad for your body. So
I would agree.
pay a little bit more.
So what are you getting there?
Actually getting a couple of whole chickens. We love the Costco rotisserie chickens, so we're actually just gonna bake a couple in our oven.
Well, that, and I'd really like to try slow cooking one of those. It'd probably take a long time. Put it in a crock pot
We
or
can
whatnot.
slow cook it.
Yeah.
The meat should fall right off.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah.
So a couple other things we like are these cooked brown rice bowls, because they're organic and you just pop them in the microwave. And you get 6 of them for $7.59. So we really like that. We also buy egg whites by the bulk, because I don't know if we've told you this, but we eat eggs, but we usually only eat 1 egg and then 4 ounces of egg whites. I think it's 4 ounces. Then of course, yeah, the rain bath is money. The 2 whole chickens, the chicken breast. We got 2 racks of ribs. We got Kirkland shampoo, because it's the bomb. These are my favorite treats for the dogs. I'm going to say this is about $132. Just doing the math. I think $132. What do you think?
I think it's more.
And I hope it's not more.
No, I'm going to say 125.
125, so I'm high. High man usually wins in these games.
What are we at so far?
I don't know yet. Oh, but the chicken breast is 18. Yeah, I'm under.
Oh, you're under.
150.25. Dang it. All right, so we're almost done gathering everything we need for meal prep. We're at a place called AJ's Fine Foods, and Britt ran into the store to grab a rotisserie chicken that we're going to have. We're going to shred the chicken up so that we can eat that as well. But one thing I wanted to talk about was why meal prep is so important, because when you're trying to do what we are trying to do, and maybe you're trying to do this as well, we're all trying to lose weight responsibly, which means we're not doing a fad diet, we're not doing low carb, we're not doing any kind of fast or cleanse. We've figured out our macros, we track those macros, and we meet those macros by eating correctly. So we want to lose 2 pounds a week, every week, until we meet our goal weight. To do that, you have to prepare to succeed. Because if you are not preparing to succeed, you're preparing to fail. It's one or the other. And we are at a point now where, as a family, the three of us are able to work together that allows us to prepare to succeed. And so by meal prepping, when we go, like Jake and I are starting this radio project this week, that's going to take up almost an entire day. So we're not going to have time to cook. And if you don't have time to cook and you're hungry, what are you going to do? You're going to run out and grab something. Oh, well, and I could tell you it'd be Chick-fil-A at the radio station. There's a Chick-fil-A right down the road. Oh, I'll just get a Chick-fil-A sandwich. It's fine. It's not fine. That's fried food. That's simple carbs like flour in the buns on their Chick-fil-A sandwiches. It's French fries. It's everything that I have stopped doing. And the reason that I got to be overweight, the reason that I got fat, was because I did that on a regular basis. Well, I'm not doing that anymore. So I'm going to get rice bowls that I can take to work with me and just pop in the microwave and have a protein with a healthy carbohydrate. We're doing those things like buying a box of grapes, taking them off the vine, putting them in Ziploc bags so that tomorrow I can take a rice bowl, I can take a protein like maybe it's a chicken breast. I could take that rice bowl, that chicken breast, a holy guacamole cup, and a Ziploc bag full of grapes that I've weighed and measured out so that it meets the macro, so I don't go too high on carbs or too high on sugar. That's what meal prepping's about. All right, we are in full prep mode. Hello! So here's what we got going on. This is salmon, as you can see. Note the pan that it's prepared in. This is all metal, so this pan can easily be slotted into the oven, which is exactly how it's going to be cooked. Brett, what do you have on there?
They came pre-seasoned, so...
So where did you get them?
Oh, I got these at Costco. These are wild caught salmon, so...
Not farmed.
Not farmed, no frankenfish. I will only eat wild caught salmon. So wild caught salmon fillets, 6 ounces each.
What kind of spice? How would you describe it?
So these, I believe it's like paprika and pepper and a little bit of oil.
And obviously you like it.
Yeah, they're tasty. Salmon for me is a really good protein option, and it also has very healthy fats. So
how are you going to cook these? What will you wind up doing?
Putting them in the oven at 450, and it doesn't take very long. They do have the skin on, so they're skin side down right now, which is the best way to cook your salmon, skin side down, and then once you cook it, it will come right off that skin. So.
All right, there you go. So that's salmon that you're preparing to eat this week. All right, so I'm about to make some ribs, and I'm going to put them in a slow cooker, salt, pepper, slow cooker. It'll take about 4.5, 5 hours to make those. So let me show you what we got going on. That is just plain old organic vegetable broth in a slow cooker that's been on for about 20 minutes, so it's warm. And what I have here are the ribs that we got from Costco. So I've got 3 slabs of ribs cut up into halves, so that it's easier to slot them into the slow cooker. Whatever doesn't fit in the slow cooker, I'll put on a cookie sheet and bake them in the oven. Let me show you how I salt and pepper these up. It's pretty simple. Just regular Morton salt, McCormick pepper. You want to make sure that you cut these pretty evenly. You want to make sure, I wash them. I'm kind of a meat washer, if that makes any sense. I like to wash them. But for ribs, don't hesitate. But what you want to do, and I say this a lot about pepper, there is such a thing as too much pepper on meat. A lot of guys don't think so. So what I do is I put the pepper on there, and then I rub the pepper in. Because you don't want clumps of pepper, and you don't want spots without seasoning. That'd be very bad. And then all you do is get your salt out, pretty simply. And I more lightly salt, and then I rub. And that's it. And then I'm just going to take these, and I'll show you this in a minute. I'm just going to take these and I'm going to set them almost in like a accordion style inside of the slow cooker so that they stand up with each other, which is never really easy. But that's really all you do. And my guess is I have room for 2 more of these. So I will simply get my pepper out. And again, just spread it around. Make sure it gets in there. Take your salt. Again, make sure you rub it around. That's it. You don't have to be a grill master or a gourmet cook to do that. It's pretty simple to do. And then all you really have to do, and here's a key part of this, wash your hands often. When you're working with raw meat, you really want to wash your hands. And then what you do is you just put them in your crock pot. And you see they're stacked in there, 4 pieces. And then you just leave it alone. But you can see almost every corner of that is covered in salt and pepper. And what will happen is hopefully the vegetable broth will evaporate. And it does, because we've done this a bunch. And the meat just falls off the bone. It's awesome. All right, we're going in on these ribs in the crock pot. We gotta rotate them. Oh my God, they look so good. Look at that. If I could only translate the smell to through the TV, through your phone into your YouTube account, I would. This smells amazing. Look at them just falling apart. Can you see that? Just falling apart. These might be done. Just falling off the bone right now. Yeah, look. Oh yeah, they're done. Look at that. Yes, sir. Oh my God. I don't know. Listen, I do a lot of things really well. Everything, really, let's be honest. I make babies really well. I cook really well. But there's few things I do better than crock pot anything. You literally, you could go out into the dog run and bring a bunch of stuff off the ground. Never mind, I'll stop. The point is these ribs look really good. What's going on here?
What? We got a lot of food today and we prepped a lot of food.
What's your favorite thing that's in this fridge right now?
Strawberries.
Bam.
Organic, fresh strawberries. Amazing. Tastes like fucking candy. Tastes like candy. Want to take a few minutes and talk to you guys about changing your life, changing your health, and that there's no time that it's ever too late to start. I want to show you first a picture of my dad. Can you see that? Let's see. So that's my mom and dad, and it's been almost 10 years since he died. High cholesterol runs in my family. It's just natural. Our bodies produce too much cholesterol, and if you're not doing something really proactively to take care of that, then it builds up. And my dad didn't do anything to take care of it. And he ended up having a stroke early in life, and then a heart attack, and essentially it damaged his heart enough that he had congestive heart disease, which we knew meant that he was going to die. At some point, your heart just gives out. It can't be repaired once it gets to a point where it's damaged so much. So for me, a big stress has been high cholesterol and my health. So in the last year, I started going to a doctor that works with the Cleveland Heart Lab, And in my annual exams, they do a lot of testing to make sure that I'm doing better with controlling my cholesterol, that I'm not at risk for heart attack or heart disease. And this year was a really good year, and I dread my annual physical every year. Just like you heard Tim saying that he, was concerned about something that was in his. Mine is that unknown about what's actually in my blood. So this year, I guess it was really since last November that we started working out like heavily. We were working out multiple days a week. And at first it was just a lot of cardio, and then we joined a gym, started doing strength training and cardio, and now we've done a good mix of that. We work out 6 days a week on average, and that plus changing my nutrition, clean eating, which I had been doing, but without the exercise it doesn't make enough of a difference. And because of that, I was able to change my numbers significantly. So I want to show you what they look like. I think it will help explain what the huge difference is. And what we're really focusing on here are my lipids. And there's actually 2 pages that I'll show you. But the first thing, first here it says bad cholesterol. These are the first 2 that are the bad cholesterols. So currently I'm moderate. That's the number that I'm at right now. This is the number I was at last year. So if you look at that, it's a significant difference how far I've come down. And then also I'm in the green in all of my other lipids there. And the crazy thing is, again, the numbers. Triglycerides here, which is your fat and sugar, I was in the high 200s last year, and now I'm at 81. So these are significant results, and there's a little bit more that I want to show you that it blew my mind. I honestly looked at these results and thought, how is that even possible? But it is. So again, here on the lipid panel, there's a number down here. Where'd it go? That I'm looking at this backwards. So these are my small LDL particles. I was at 1422 last year, and now I'm at, 189? I'm reading it backwards. That is a huge difference. Now, this one that's in the red, he said actually won't change, that's hereditary. Even though it went down some, it did go down a few points. He said it will probably always stay a little bit high, but as long as all the rest of them are low. That's a huge difference. And then the other thing, this is metabolic testing. And so this one is my 3-month blood sugar, which last year I was out of range. It was high at 6.4, and now I'm in range. So this just goes to show that it's the exercise that makes a difference. Last year at my physical, my doctor said that if I couldn't lower my cholesterol, that he was going to consider putting me on a statin drug, which are horrible for your body. They may lower your cholesterol, but the side effects are really tough. So I was really concerned, and I thought, God, what if I can't get it down? What if I can't get it down? But I've done a lot of work, and now it looks really good, and I'm going to keep working on it, keep doing the exercise and eating right. But I am 44. I'll be 45 this year, and the older you get, the harder it is to lose the weight, the harder it is to kick your metabolism back into shape. And I just want people to know that you can do it. Get tested. If you are at all concerned about your heart, get tested. And if your doctor tells you that you have high cholesterol, do something about it. Go get active. Don't just be defeated, because I believe in under a year, I've been able to completely change around my blood panel just by diet and exercise. Yep, you know what? Getting up at 4 a.m., not exactly my ideal, but you get used to it and it gets to be part of your routine, and then you actually feel better. I could not do the stair stepper for more than a couple of minutes when I first started. And so now I do the stair stepper for like 25 minutes at a time, and I love it. It's that thing, it just releases the endorphins. You feel good, you feel better, and I feel better every day that I'm actually losing weight and transforming my body. So I'm starting a new program for the next 12 weeks, and we'll see how I do. It's just a new exercise program to help, you know, transform my body. So keep going with that, but just know you can change it. You just got to focus on it, and your body will react positively. So that's a big thing for me. It's really happy to see that I don't have to keep worrying about my cholesterol as long as I keep living right. I said a thing to my doctor at my physical. I was like, well, now I know what I have to do. I just have to do it for the rest of my life. And he was like, okay, well, let's turn that around and let's make that a positive statement. And he was like, now that you know the right things to do, you get to live longer and you get to live the rest of your life. He was like, so be positive about it. Yep, that's true. I get to live longer. I get to have a better life. I do not want to be on any drugs, especially statins. So get to working out.
Oh yeah, move to Arizona. The heat, you get used to the heat. It's fine. Move, yeah. Good opportunity in Arizona.